In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, may peace and blessings be upon the Prophet, his kith and kin, your excellencies, your excellencies, the distinguished participants. We're now holding the closing session of this third forum of the Parliamentary Forum, during which we have had very fruitful discussions as well as strategic proposals as well as remarks that have enriched our proceedings and have represented an added value for our work at parliamentary level among the countries of the South. This forum, given the deliberations and proceedings that have taken place, this forum has represented a platform for a unity of vision and for an exchange of views on the future of South-South cooperation, taking into account the very critical juncture we're experiencing. We, of course, need to make sure that we come up with solutions that are audacious, and therefore we are very happy to see that there is so much active interaction and collective commitments to promote the spirit of cooperation. This reflects a level of maturity and commitment towards peace, security, and stability. This shows that South-South parliamentary dialogue is no longer an international event. It is a permanent platform for parliamentary consultation. Your Excellencies, what we have heard during these 2 days in terms of presentations and remarks regarding the complementarity and development and integration and the modern technology and AI and their role in development show clearly that the countries of the South have potential strategic resources, and if they are leveraged as part of partnerships that are equitable and smart, we can achieve a quantum leap in the achieving development in order to prosper together. We have noted through your remarks that you are keen to ensure that we reach practical recommendations. The spirit of coordination and solidarity among our countries is more than just a slogan. It is a means to ensure integration and to work towards a system that is fairer and take into account what needs to be done in this regard so that we can work together. The major challenges we are facing today, both at the ecological and environmental level, have to be addressed only on the basis of a broader dialogue between us and also through bilateral, multilateral parliamentary cooperation. Therefore, as parliamentarians, we have to work together to make sure that the legislation is conducive to investment and innovation, and to make sure that they have an impact on our societies. I therefore call on all of us to make sure that we implement the recommendations that we come up with in a practical way, make sure that we benefit from the potential of our countries and build on the values, historical and cultural values that unite us on the basis of mutual confidence in order to achieve sustainable development and promote cooperation that is rooted in mutual respect and common interest. Distinguished participants, this edition of our forum, in addition to the statements that we've heard and remarks, has been characterized by two events that are very important. First is to come up with a summit of the speakers so that it can serve as a platform for discussion. And second, set up a network of secretaries general for South-South cooperation in order to ensure that there is coordination and make sure that there is administrative continuation so that we can implement the recommendations and also exchange legislative experiences between the different parliaments concerned and the member unions. This is going to be a real lever for the promotion of parliamentary dialogue. The meeting also of the women parliamentarians shows that we are collectively aware of the importance of the role of women in public life and of the need to make sure that they are actively involved in the achievement of sustainable development and equitable and social justice. This session of our forum shows that the parliamentary dialogue is not just an additional meeting, it is a strategic choice that represents a collective responsibility for us in order to overcome whatever divisions there may be, making sure that we ensure our integration and serve our populations. At the close of these remarks, I would like to reiterate my sincere thanks and gratitude for your precious contribution to this forum that was held in your second home, the Kingdom of Morocco, and we were honored to have you with us, and we commit to continuing to work towards the achievement of our objectives and make sure that there is a parliamentary partnership that is more conducive to the achievement of our country's objectives. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a proposal to have a declaration of Rabat that will cover our work. And now I'll give the floor to Mr. Mahi to read the Declaration of Rabat. This is the declaration of the Summit of Rabat, declaration of the South-South Parliamentary Dialogue Forum. We, the speakers and representatives of Senates, Shura, and equivalent councils and regional and continental parliamentary unions in Africa, the Arab world, Latin America, the Caribbean, and Asia, together with the participants in the South-South Parliamentary Dialogue Forum, held under the high patronage of His Majesty the King Mohammed VI by the House of Councillors of the Kingdom of Morocco in cooperation with the Association of Senates, Shura, and equivalent councils in Africa and the Arab world, under the theme Interregional and intercontinental dialogues in the countries of the South, a key lever for facing the new challenges to international cooperation and achieving peace, security, stability, and shared development. The forum was convened at the House of Councillors in Rabat, the capital city of the Kingdom of Morocco, on 28th and 29th of April 2025. stressing our deep appreciation and sincere gratitude to His Majesty King Mohammed VI for the prominent pioneering role His Majesty has been playing to promote South-South cooperation and the development and solidarity-based projects and initiatives aimed at furthering unity, complementarity, integration, and shared development, expressing our deep gratitude for the warm welcome and hospitality extended to us in the Kingdom of Morocco, and highly commending the House of Councillors for convening this forum and for the excellent arrangements made in this regard, recalling the human and cultural values as well as ties uniting the peoples and countries of Africa, the Arab world, Latin America, the Caribbean, and Asia, as well as the common stakes and challenges faced. Noting the importance of convening this forum as a platform for exploring pathways and possibilities for regional integration and closer South-South cooperation, using a strategic, participatory, and solidarity-based approach likely to lead to complementarity, to more effective integration pathways, and greater capacity for adaptation, cooperation, coordination, and strategic positioning within new systems of global interaction, and also as a mechanism for parliamentary advocacy regarding common issues and as a means to rise to the challenges faced and make the voice of the peoples of the South heard in various international gatherings. Commending the high level of discussion, dialogue, and interaction which characterized the forum's proceedings and activities, as well as the valuable contributions of the speakers and representatives of senates, shura, and similar councils, and of regional parliamentary unions. Also praising the presentations made on the various topics of the forum, particularly those related to strengthening interregional and continental dialogues among the countries of the Global South, and highlighting the importance of policies aimed at strengthening strategic partnerships across economic, social, and humanitarian sectors in order to achieve shared development and integration and lay the groundwork for cooperation, solidarity, peace, stability, and prosperity. In keeping with our role as representatives of the peoples of our countries and as part of contributing to the formulation of opinions, proposed legislative measures, and the submission of recommendations to international institutions and African, Arab, Latin American, and Asian bodies and conferences regarding the various issues on our agenda, we affirm the following. Commend the Atlantic Initiative of His Majesty the King Mohammed VI, which aims to enable the Sahel countries to access the Atlantic Ocean and build a solid institutional framework that unites Atlantic Africa and enhances synergy among the countries of the Global South through greater logistical connectivity, economic openness, and regional integration, particularly in the African, Arab, Latin American, and Asian geo-economic space. We commend all successful regional initiatives and tracks for integration and cooperation in Africa, the Arab world, Latin America, the Caribbean, and Asia, designed to achieve prosperity and shared development, increase investments and trade opportunities, and lay solid foundations for a shared, more prosperous, and sustainable future. We emphasize the importance of bilateral, interregional, and continental parliamentary dialogues among the countries of the Global South as they rise to the new challenges facing international cooperation and pool efforts to confronts growing challenges while stressing that respect for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of states and non-interference in their internal affairs is the basis for peace, security, stability, and the achievement of sustainable development. We pledge to consolidate the work of regional and continental parliamentary unions and of national parliaments in Africa, the Arab world, Latin America, the Caribbean, and Asia, so as to enhance coordination, communication, consultation, and the exchange of views on current strategic issues, thereby keeping abreast of swift technological developments and laying down legislative frameworks that consolidate the foundations of sustainable development and industrial progress in the countries of the Global South, help address future challenges, and support entrepreneurship. We seek to support research and innovation in the area of artificial intelligence, technology, as well as responsible practices aimed at encouraging their use to promote across-the-board development in the countries of the Global South. As we commend the active engagement and spirit of fruitful, constructive cooperation shown by the speakers of parliamentary councils and unions, as well as the heads of delegations participating to achieve the forum's goals and objectives, and as we praise their initiatives and valuable contributions to developing a unified, solidarity-based parliamentary approach to the issues of the South, the participants welcome the praiseworthy efforts of the Kingdom of Morocco's House of Councillors under the stewardship of Mr. Mohamed Ould Rashid, President of the Association of Senates, Shura, and equivalent councils in Africa and the Arab world, to keep up this high-level parliamentary dialogue, call for institutionalizing the forum through the establishment of a structure comprising a speakers summit meeting and a network of secretaries general, in addition to setting up a secretariat for coordination between the Senate, Shura, and equivalent councils, as well as regional and continental parliamentary unions in Africa, the Arab world, Latin America, the Caribbean, and Asia, with a view to ensuring regular meetings of the forum, making it a robust, reliable platform for South-South interaction and cooperation. Done in Rabat, the capital city of the Kingdom of Morocco, April 29th, 2025. Peace be upon you, and thank you for your attention.
Excellence.
Thank you, Excellency, ladies and gentlemen.
S'il n'y a pas de commentaires ou de remarques, nous
If
pouvons
there are no
adopter la
further
déclaration de Rabat.
comments, we may adopt the Declaration of Rabat.
Monsieur le Président, nous voudrons
Honorable
remercier
President, we would like to take this opportunity to thank the presidency of the forum, as well as the General Secretariat for the incessant efforts they have deployed over the past 2 days. We would also like to thank them for preparing this important declaration. If I may, given the objectives, the Sustainable Development Goals, and the deployment of new technology, as I am certain that you are aware, no development is possible in any country without such tools, and we are here in this forum to strengthen cooperation. No development is possible if conflicts and wars remain, and if our brothers and sisters in Gaza and Palestine continue to suffer. We should therefore include mention of their suffering and the importance of mediation. I would also once again like to highlight how any development requires peace and stability, and I would like us to denounce the ferocious aggression and support the efforts of Qatar for a ceasefire. And unfortunately, our Palestinian brothers and sisters are not present in this forum, but as we represent Arab people, we would like for this addition to be made to the Rabat Declaration. Dr. Agiran. Thank you very much, Mr. President. I am the president of the Women Parliamentarian Network. I would very much like that this declaration mention the results of the network, which was held in parallel to this, on the margins of this forum. We have had significant results, but no time to delve as warranted into them. Thank you for your comments. I would now like to give the floor to the Honourable Speaker. Thank you. Please allow me to agree with the position of our Qatari colleague. I would like, in full respect of international law and human rights, I would like to recall that, to highlight how we are called upon to support any initiatives aligned with international law and human rights, specifically when it comes to the issue of Gaza. I believe this should mentioned in the declaration, as we are the conscience of our people. And at this stage of history, I believe we should take a stand. Thank you, sir. The floor is yours. Thank you very much, Mr. President of the ASECA, for this opportunity which is given to me. I would like to hail all the work that has been achieved in this session yesterday and today, and this declaration which was well prepared. I would like to add my voice to those who have spoken on specifically the mentions of crises in ASECA member countries, and this request mentioned by the Women Parliamentarian Forum. I would have liked to see an association such as ours for which solidarity and support is so important, that we expressly support those member countries who are confronted to such insecurity and crises. In particular, the Democratic Republic of Congo, but also alongside such crises, we have significant, very serious humanitarian crisis with more than 5 million internally displaced people in the DRC. I believe that such a declaration where solidarity features so proeminently, that there are cases such as DRC, but also Gaza, that should be included. I believe this would be just and opportune for an association such as ours. I would also like to remind the audience that we have filed an amendment and would be grateful if you could take it into account. Thank you, Mr. President.
Merci beaucoup,
Thank
Monsieur
you
le
very
Président.
much, Mr. President.
Hier,
Yesterday,
le président du Congrès de la
the
République dominicaine,
President of the Dominican Republic
Pacheco.
Congress, Alfredo Pacheco,
le président du Sénat de la Bolivie,
and the President of the Senate of Bolivia, Andronico, Mr. Andronico,
qui a également soulevé, nous avons également
had also
formulé la demande
expressed
pour reconnaître
the
le rôle du
request to recognize the role of
comme
Morocco
centre
as
global de la diplomatie parlementaire.
hub
Nous avons
for
émis cette demande
global
comme capitale, comme siège de
parliamentary
la diplomatie
diplomacy and would
parlementaire,
like to see it become the
parce que les
seat
forces
of
d'école au Royaume du Maroc,
parliamentary
figure ici,
democracy, given
il apparaît
the
sur le
significant efforts
doit également,
made by the
on doit lui
kingdom.
consacrer
The kingdom
une
appears
ligne
in the
où
document,
on
but I
reconnaît non seulement l'effort,
believe that we should
remercie
include a
également
line
le fait
recognizing
qu'en
the
tant que centre
effort
global, que capitale de la
and
diplomatie parlementaire, c'est une
highlighting
contribution et
that
ma demande, Monsieur le Président. Merci.
highlighting the key role that Morocco and Rabat plays in parliamentary diplomacy. Thank you very much.
Merci, Monsieur le Président.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I would simply
Chers collègues
like
parlementaires, souligne
that
également
my
que le Tchad
dear parliamentary colleagues highlight the fact that my country, Chad, is surrounded by conflicts in the East Sudan, on the Western Front, Libya, with many refugees, both internally and internationally displaced persons. I call upon the support of the international community. Secondly, in the wake of such a declaration, I believe we did not mention the participants, and I think it would be good to name the participants to this high-profile event. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Given the spirit of this project, I would like to build on such a positive basis and highlight how the declaration has insisted on the importance of the coordination mechanism and speaking to the defense of multilateralism and opposition to coercive measures that negatively impact populations of the global south. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We will take your suggestions into account to redraft the Rabat Declaration, and we will provide feedback through the General Secretariat of the Forum. And once all these suggestions are included, you will be sent a detailed report on the works of each of these forums and side meetings. We would now like to give the floor to my sister and friend, Dr. Jihad Al-Fadel, that the doctor may read the message to His Majesty. On behalf of the participants of this forum.
برقية شكر وامتنان مرفوعة إلى حضرة صاحب الجلالة
Gratitude to His Majesty the King Mohammed VI. May God assist him.
Au nom des participants
On behalf of the participants
troisième édition du
of the
forum
third edition
parlementaire
of
dialogue
Parliamentary
relatif
Forum
au dialogue et concertation
on
interrégionaux et
dialogue and
continentaux dans les pays
interregional and
du Sud en
continental
tant que
dialogue in
levier
the
pour
countries
faire
of the
face aux
South
nouveaux
as a lever
défis
to
dans le
face
domaine de
the
la
new challenges in the
coopération,
areas of
l'établissement de la
cooperation,
paix, de la
the
stabilité
establishment
et du
of peace,
développement
stability,
durable
and
tenu le
sustainable
28 et
development
29
held on
avril
April 28th and 29th,
2025.
2025.
Au nom de Dieu, clément,
In the name
miséricordieux,
of
que la paix
God,
soit sur son prophète et ses compagnons,
merciful, peace be
Majesté,
upon his prophets and
le roi
companions.
Mohammed VI,
His Majesty
roi
the
du
King
royaume
Mohammed
du
VI, King
Maroc.
of the Kingdom of
Assalamu
Morocco.
alaikum. Les
Assalamu
participants
alaikum.
et participantes
The
au forum
participants
parlementaire dialogue
to
du
this
Sud-Sud organisé
forum
par la Chambre des
organized
conseillers
by
du
the
royaume
House of Councillors of the Kingdom
du Maroc
of
et
Morocco
la CECA dans le
and
monde arabe, en
ASECA
Afrique,
in
Caraïbes
the
et en
Arab
Asie,
world,
sous
Africa,
le
Latin
thème
America, the
dialogue
Caribbean, under the
interrégionaux
theme
et continentaux
Interregional
dans les
and
pays du
intercontinental
Sud,
dialogues in the
levier
countries of
pour
the
faire
South, an
face
essential
et
lever
renforcer la
for meeting the new
coopération,
challenges of
l'instauration de
international
la paix, de
cooperation
la
and achieving
sécurité
peace, security,
tenue
stability and shared
dans
development
l'enceinte de
held
Conseil de la
in
Chambre des
the
conseillers le
House of
28 et 29
Councillors on
avril
April 28th and
2025
29th,
sont honorés
2025
de
are
vous adresser,
honored
Majesté,
to address to
l'expression
you,
de
His
leur
Majesty, the
remerciement
expression
et leur
of their
gratitude pour
gratitude
votre sollicitude et le soutien
for
que vous apportez
the
à ce
support that you
forum,
provide to
ce
this
qui
forum,
témoigne de la volonté des
which
parlements du
bears
Sud
witness to the desire
pour
of
la
parliaments of the
réalisation
global
de la
South to
coopération, la
achieve
solidarité
cooperation,
et le
solidarity,
développement
and
durable, ainsi que la
sustainable
consolidation de
development,
la
as
paix
well as the
et
consolidation
de
of
la
peace
sécurité,
and
de la
security
stabilité. Les
and
participants
stability.
à la fin des
The
travaux de
participants
ce
at the
forum
end of the work
abrité
of this
par
forum,
la Chambre des conseillers
hosted by
dans
the
votre
House of Councillors,
qui ont été
and
accueillis
which
et ont fait
have
preuve
been
d'une
welcomed
hospitalité.
and
Donc
have
vous remercie
shown great
et vous adresse
hospitality.
l'expression
So
de
they would
leur
like to thank you and
gratitude
express their
pour
gratitude
l'hospitalité,
for
l'accueil
the
et
hospitality
la sollicitude
and
dont
welcome
ils ont fait l'objet ici à Rabat,
was
la
granted to
capitale
them
du
here in
royaume.
Rabat, the
Salue
capital of the
les
kingdom.
progrès
And they
réalisés
welcome the
par
progress
votre
achieved by
royaume.
your kingdom.
Votre sollicitude, majesté et
His
votre
Majesty,
soutien ont
your
eu un impact
support
important
have had
quant à
an
la
important
réussite des
impact
travaux
on the
de ce
success
forum.
of the work of
Ce
this
forum
forum.
que nous souhaitons
This
devenir
forum
une
which
vraie
we
plateforme
wish to turn into
pour
a true
l'échange des idées,
platform
une
for
opportunité
exchanging
également
ideas
pour partager
and
les visions
for sharing the
relatives au
visions
futur de la
related to the
coopération
future of
Sud-Sud,
South-South
s'inspirant
cooperation.
de votre
Drawing inspiration
politique
from your
et votre vision,
policy
faisant
and your
de
vision,
la coopération
which makes
Sud-Sud
South-South
comme levier
cooperation
important
an
de votre
important
politique
lever
étrangère.
your foreign
Donc,
policy.
inspirés par cette
And
vision,
so,
les
drawing
participants
inspiration
à ce
from this vision,
forum ont
the
débattu, ont
participants in this forum
échangé
have
les
debated and
idées
exchanged
pour
ideas
consolider
in
le
order to
développement
consolidate
durable, ont
sustainable
examiné les
development.
bonnes
They've
pratiques au niveau du
gone
monde
through
arabe,
best
en
practices
Afrique,
in
en
the Arab
Asie
world, in
et
Africa,
en
in
Amérique
Asia,
latine
and
pour
in Latin
tirer
America
bénéfice de toutes
to
ces bonnes
benefit from all of
expériences
these great
et
experiences
réussites.
and successes.
Les débats, les interactions entre les participants et participantes dans ce forum ont enrichi le dialogue et la concertation entre les parlementaires pour plus de complémentarité, plus d'intégration, plus de développement de la technologie,
development.
améliorer oriente ainsi le travail parlementaire. Dans ce contexte,
In this
plusieurs
context,
expériences
several
des pays sud ont
experiences
été
from the countries of the global
présentées,
south have been presented.
et qui soulignent justement l'importance
These highlight
de la
the importance
coopération.
of cooperation.
Que Dieu vous préserve, Majesté.
May God preserve you, His
Que Dieu
Majesty.
vous assiste
May God assist you
et vous garde comme phare pour votre
and
peuple
may
et
God
votre
lead you
nation. Que Dieu
as
protège
a
le
light for your people and for your nation.
et que la princesse Lala Khadija
صنوكم الأمير وباقي أفراد الأسرة الملكية الشريفة، والسلام على مقامكم العالي بالله ورحمته تعالى وبركاته. حرر بالرباط في يوم الثلاثاء.
Then on 29th of April 2025. To remind you, we will now have a lunch here at the headquarters of the Parliament. Thank you very much for your kind participation. Session closed.